What's going on? What's going on, guys? Welcome to Friday Madness. Welcome to Real Anarchy. If you're looking for a channel where you can talk DC stuff, give me 1 second. Let me mute my telephone because I wasn't ready, of course. Like you think that you're ready, but I'm not. Like I'm always running behind. Okay, that's off. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Anarchy. Make sure to hit like, subscribe if you're looking for a channel where we discuss all things DCU. This is a channel we always try to keep it positive and objective without being overly negative about the DCU and everything that's related to the fandom, whether it's Marvel or DC, but it's mainly DC stuff. And we're going to talk about some DC stuff. Yeah, we're going to talk about DC, the announcement, the Avengers Doomsday. We're going to talk about the madness that surrounded the DCU right now in the Superman film. I'm a little bit upset, but I'm getting a little bit calmer because I got my little bit of whiskey and tonic for this hour and change. Probably it's gonna go a little bit longer because there's a lot of things to discuss. But let's get into this. Let me see who's in the chat already. If anybody, oh yeah, I see the chat. Oh look, nice. What's going on, peoples? Let me see. Game CDC. Oh my God, I forgot to put in the code. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second and see. Oh, let me fix this right away. Let me fix this right away. I'm sorry about that. Let me see. How do I do this? Let me change it to studio mode. There we go. Chat. Put you back in here. Okay. Let me make sure that it's working. Sorry about that, guys. I just want to make sure that okay, it's working. It's working. Let me go back here and get rid of studio mode. There you go. At least I've gotten better at this. What's going on? Hey, look who's here. What's going on, RJ? Good to see you here in the chat. No, that's Apollo. Who are we talking about? Ultraman is the gay Superman that dates Midnighter. The gay Superman, dude. His name is Apollo. Yes, it's Apollo from the Authority. Yeah, that's like a thing that people have been speculating for a while now. That he's either Apollo. I still think that it's gonna be that it's Bizarro. I think he's gonna start deteriorating and it turns into Bizarro. Oh, you loco. Hey, Kyle. What's going on? What's good? What's hood? What's popping? What's going on? Hey, Jalen. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. What's going on? Hey, Jonathan Noble. ¿Qué pasa? Yes, it's definitely Apollo. Is everyone else upset about the Superman leaks for story? Oh my God, yes, cameos and test screening at this point. What the F? Why only Superman at this rate? Like, what about Fantastic Four? How come we don't have hear nothing? I don't know if Fantastic Four is going for screeners, but usually stuff like this leaks during screeners. This is not a thing that it only happens to Marvel. It happens to all films. The thing is that to DC, we are just DC fans and we are excited for this film, so everything feels hyperbolic when it happens to it. But yeah, that happens all the time. You guys remember last year when Spider-Man No Way Home, like days before the movie came out, John Campea revealed that the all three Spider-Mans were in the film, where it was like a thing that everybody knew, but we were kind of, is it happening? Is it not happening? So, and then he just put it out there via a freaking picture and kind of ruined the surprise for a lot of people. Like, I still enjoyed the movie, but it was not a good thing. It's going to get worse for leaks. Yes, unfortunately it is. Unfortunately, it is gonna get worse. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I suggest you either disable your X Twitter account and come back on July 12th. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that one upset me because of a lot of things, but anyway, guys, don't spoil stuff. Like, there's a lot of people that probably do not know what's going on. Yes, I saw that caliente cow. I saw that. Yes, that's what the first thing that popped into my mind. So yeah, so try not to speak about things that are spoilerish. You know what, I'll bring this back up again, because I'm gonna read a Reddit post that has a couple of things that were supposed to be part of the screeners. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I will give you a warning, forewarn you, you know, so that way you can leave the live stream. I'm gonna leave it almost towards the end, so that way you guys we can talk about everything else. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I advise you. I profusely advise you to stay away from. Oh yeah, thank you. Shoot, I forgot. There, recording. So I almost forgot. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Ben Stiller's Jarrell. Come on, bro. Who? Ben Stiller Jarrell. Get out of here. No. Let me see. James Franco is Jarrell. No. Let me see. Just so that Jor-El just now from the chat. See, don't spoil it for people, guys. Well, I'm gonna talk about it. Jeez, unfortunately, I had to talk because it's out there. It's out. Like, if one thing is like, this is what. Let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this on this stuff. This is who's gonna be playing Jor-El. And full disclosure, a lot of people knew that this was happening. And I was not aware. This is the thing about doing this type of running a page and doing a YouTube channel. People come and hit you in your inbox and say, hey, I know this stuff. I'm not a scooper. I don't like to reveal stuff unless it's officially announced, or if it's out there, then I'll talk about it. So somebody hit me up and say, hey, this guy was offered the role of Lex, and he turned it down, but he's gonna be Jor-El. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So I didn't believe it. So it's not like I knew, but somebody came to me. Now I'm gonna send him a quick message and say, hey, I didn't know. Hit me up with some more stuff. No, I don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, so I didn't pay any mind to it. I usually, when somebody hits me with something, I had 2 or 3 people that I hit him up. Hey, is this true? Like, I vet them just to see if there's an validity to what they're telling me. But it's not because I want to go and talk about it. Like, if there's other people talking about it, even the person who confirms that I confirm with, I ask him, hey, it's okay that I talk about this? They either say yay or nay. If they say no, I don't talk about it out of respect. But yeah, this is officially came out today. It was leaked by ViewingOn. My man crashed on a freaking argument on Reddit. I cannot believe that he just revealed that shit, crashing out on an argument with some random on Reddit. Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand how people get upset with random people on either Reddit, Twitter, or whatever. Like, I don't understand, where's your maturity level that you allow people to get under your skin to that degree where you had to just put stuff like that out there. This really upset me. This really not upset at me. It bothered me. Because I was like, come on, man, that's not cool. Like, if they reveal it, because this was supposed to be a surprise. This was supposed to be a surprise. This was not supposed to be revealed. This is why he was not on the call sheet. This is why he was not on anywhere to be found, because that was supposed to be a surprise. Like we knew with the previous Jor-El, who played them before on the previous version. We knew that who they were before the movie came out, especially with Man of Steel. Like we saw it in the trailer, so it was there. So just to have that reveal when you're supposed to be like, oh, look who's there, it takes away from the experience. And this is one of the things that you have. There are so little things for you to enjoy in films nowadays. Like a lot of things not too many films surprise you anymore, or give you an experience, or give you a reaction. So having this would have given people a reaction. That's why why people go to the movies, to get those little experiences. Now, when you take away from that experience, man, you're fucking up. That's what and I'm sorry that I'm cursing, but that really bothered me a lot. It really bothered me. And I'm gonna, even though I know DC Film News, they reposted it. In the future, if they do it, I'm not gonna repost it. I'm not. It's not taking any shots to them. They're my boys, so it's not about that. It's just that I refuse to repost anything that is related to a spoiler, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. Like this stuff, like I wanted to be surprised, because I knew it was a big name, and this is a Oscar nominated actor. Like it was supposed to be a big name. So, this is a good get. It's a good get. So I think the person who approached me said, hey, he was supposed to play Lex Luthor and he declined. But then they offer him Jor-El, and he said yes, because he doesn't have to do multiple movies and whatnot. So, okay. I was like, okay, dude, whatever. Apparently that person was right. Yeah, so I'm not going to be sharing none of this stuff anymore. And yeah, listen, shout out to the Dark Knight crypto. Studios need to start investigating spoilers and scoopers ASAP. Facts. No. There. Serve a bomb. And filing lawsuits against scoopers and get to the bottom of those feeding them information. Those employees should be fired immediately. Will not be sharing any Superman spoiler. Me neither. Thank you for that, bro. They shouldn't be working in the business. Like the whole point of you working in this industry is because you are supposed to be part of the experience of making movie magic. And when you putting stuff out there, I don't know if you're getting paid for this, but if you're putting stuff like that out there, you're ruining it for everybody else. Like the stuff, it will invalidate, negate the work that you're doing. You're working in a project and you leaking information to the public. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. Our movie news, he said this, scoopers are seriously ruining. Yes, you get another one like this, my friend. Yeah, so scoopers are seriously ruining the surprise in movies. I'm all ears for when a new trailer will release, but don't share details about the movie that the studio didn't want people to know about yet. Unannounced.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Unannounced casting are kept quiet to create a surprise for the audience. Facts. You're messing up, man. And that dude just revealed it. Now arguing over some dude, and now you got them fighting back and forth. So we got Jeff Snyder, who's a piece of shit himself too. He's full of shit. He's like everything started from the quote unquote screener. I think it was last night. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it was yesterday, but after the screeners, people started revealing some information, including Daniel RPK. And let me preface by saying this: if you are a hater and you hear some negative stuff, you're gonna gravitate towards that and say, "Yeah, see, so and so said that it's bad," and that's what you're gonna believe. if you love the movie, if you are a glazer, you're gonna take what Daniel RPK says. Yeah, see what Daniel RPK said is true. Whatever, and that's what you're gonna ride with. So, but if you're in the middle, you're gonna be like, I don't believe neither one of them, which is pretty much where I stand. Like, I don't believe either one of them, because one thing is that this stuff is such a subjective thing. Because like one person can love the movie and it's true and it's valid, and another person can hate it. Is that a real indicator whether the movie is good or bad? No, it isn't. So when you hear this stuff, it's really hyperbolic, because one person can love it. It doesn't mean that it's good, and another person might hate it. It doesn't mean that it's bad. So I don't understand why people like lean towards one left or right so harshly when it comes to this, when we have a history of movies, which I'm gonna show you in a couple of minutes, where people have been like dead wrong about certain movies that they say, yes, it's amazing, it's the best shit ever, and it isn't. So anyway, so this dude, this other scooper who's full of shit too, Jeff Snyder said, like I said on yesterday's pod, there's a difference between reporting on a cameo and then spoiling the cameo once the film has begun screening. Not surprised it leaked. Not surprised who did it. Ashamed of my entire really? That is the thing that you're gonna be ashamed of? Have you seen the dumb shit that you've done on social media, bro? Sorry. I'm sorry. That made me laugh. I'm ashamed of my entire profession, but there's a difference between amateurs and professionals. You don't get a bomb from me. You're full of shit. That's the thing that you're ashamed of? Are you serious? Do you want to revise your Twitter feed again and come back here? Anyway, if you went on and quote tweeted and said, but there's a difference between amateurs and professionals. You knew in the first place because I told a mutual friend who worked with you. Anyways, I'll keep this in mind. Oh God, they're fighting. Let them fight. Let them fight. Let this shit burn down. Burn this mother F down. Anyways, I keep this in mind next time I'm asked if you can run with some of my info in your newsletter, Mr. Professional. Let them fucking kill each other. A homeless man calling another homeless man. I need to stop looking at these things. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, I forgot to turn this off. That was hilarious. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, that was hilarious. That made me laugh. Let me see. What are we talking about? Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Where did I put the chat? Oh man. Yeah, no, I think it's vile that you do that, man. You definitely ruined the experience for a lot of people. You ruined the experience for a lot of people. That's not cool. That's not the way to do it. And like to crash out with a freaking argument, it's fucking silly. It's stupid. All right. So let's get, and listen, let me say something, because it is true. Like it's not such a big of a deal, because probably we're gonna get to see him in the trailer next week when the trailer drops, and we're gonna talk about the trailer in a couple of minutes, and maybe this becomes all inconsequential, right? And you can blame the studio for putting that piece out. They could have cut that out of the movie, or hide his face or whatever, or put another stand-in or something like to that effect. Because the point is to see if the movie works, but like the big plots, the big things that probably they shouldn't put it out there because it can get leaked. So that's fair. Like you can say, yeah, you can blame the studio for putting that stuff out there and for doing so many screeners. And there's no such thing as so many screeners, because like you have to make sure there's so much writing on this film. There's so much writing in the Superman film, so you cannot give yourself the luxury of not going through the emotions of properly vetting this film. You have to properly vet this film. You cannot give yourself any room for failure. So I think they're doing the right thing, and I get it. Some people probably feel that they're putting out too many screeners. I don't think they are. I think they're doing the right thing. But at the same time, yeah, don't become too reactionary over this. But I wouldn't say. If it would I'm fucking up. If it would have been released, if it was released by Warner Brothers, whether it was a trailer or an announcement on Deadline or something like official release saying he's gonna be playing Jor-El, then I would be like, yeah, I'm all for it. That's cool. But when it's leaked, when a freaking scooper puts it out there when it's not supposed to be out there, that's fucked up. That's the reason for people to get upset. That's a good reason for me or anybody to be upset about it. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So let's move on. All right, so let's go back to the structure of the show. We're gonna circle back to some of to a lot of DC stuff, but you know how I do it. When I do this live stream, I talk about a couple of things that I like, then we get into all the DC stuff. So let's get into this. What are you saying, Cal? I wouldn't be surprised if they did that on purpose to create more hype, since the trailer is releasing soon. I don't know. Or less, like if I see the actor on the trailer, then I will say, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe they were told, yeah, it's okay to release it, but I don't think they will release it through VRNon. They will hit up THR or Deadline, not VRNon. Fuck out of here. So, but again, it will be meaningless if we see him in the trailer next week when it drops. But all right, so let's get into this. So all right, so this is a piece of news that made me happy. Paradise season 2 has begun filming. If you haven't watched Paradise on Hulu, give it a shot. This show is amazing. I saw the trailer for it. I was like, this looks stupid. He's a bodyguard for the president. But no. It's much more than that. Like, if you're a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, which I'm not, you will love this show. If you love just a show with a good plot and subplots and a plot twist at the end, this is your show. So give the show a try, because listen, the second season is happening and it's coming. Stop hating. Stop hating. But yeah, give that show a shot. So all right, so let's talk about this a little bit. This is something that I was thinking about doing an AI channel because to talk about that, because it's fascinating. It's not. Let me say this. A lot of people do not like AI because they feel threatened by that they can be replaced. A lot of artists do not like it because they feel like they're stealing from them. And I get that. I understand that. A lot of artists feel that people are being disingenuous because they're using this tool and they're not real artists. And all I can tell you is people who use AI do not believe that they're artists. I use AI because it helps me with my workflow a lot. I gotta be the editor. I gotta be the graphic designer. I gotta be the producer. I gotta put my notes. I gotta put in my script. I gotta put my talking points. Like all that shit. One man operation. This thing using AI has cut down that shit like by 75%. So I needed to use it. As far as somebody like as up and coming director that doesn't have the money or the budget to work on his short film or an idea that he's working on, this is a godsend. So for a big studio, that's where it gets murky. Big studios, when they start implementing this is when things are gonna get really, really interesting, really weird, and really bad for a lot of people. So I understand that aspect of AI, and a lot of studios are paying attention more and more, to the point where if you go into YouTube, this is what I think this is the piece that I wanted to put out and I'm gonna do another video. Here you go. This is the one. Inside YouTube weird world of fake movies trailers and how studios are secretly cashing on the AI fuel videos. A lot of trailer these people that create trailers, and this is not a new thing. People edit videos, trailers, cut trailers all the time. They cut trailers since the dawn. I don't know. I remember that's mentioned here, and I remember. Oh shit, it's true. I remember when a trailer that I watched was when showing Leonardo DiCaprio that he was found on top of a piece of a glaze of ice. I don't know if you've seen that, but it was a trailer that was done, edited in such a way. It was something superimposed from a previous movie, and it made it look like it was Leonardo that made it out alive. So that's always existed. As a matter of fact, the way that I didn't even know, like the first trailer that BBS that I saw online, it was this big trailer that kind of merged Superman fighting with Zod, and then converged into the beginning of BBS. And the person who did it, I didn't even know him then. It was John Garza, my ex co-host. So he did that, and I was like, holy crap, this is an amazing trailer. And it was all fan made. So that has always existed. But now they are taking AI, taking the likeness of a lot of actors and creating these crazy videos, to the point that I remember there was a trailer that James Gunn came out and said, hey, no. That's not a Superman trailer. Somebody took that and made it with AI, and he cut out a couple of scenes from the amazing Mrs. Maisel and Karen Sweat being from other shows, and they made a mashup and made a Superman trailer, and it looks like shit, but it has a lot of viewers. It has a lot of viewings, a couple of hundred million. Some of them have 50, 100 million views. So the studio say, hold on, there's money in here. Even the studio is cashing into this. So the studio is like, all right, let them fucking do it, but you're no longer gonna be able to capitalize on these videos. Now you're gonna have to demonetize it, and whatever those videos earn are going back to the studios. So the studios are making money over that. So you see what I'm saying? Like, all these things that are happening with AI, you cannot get away from it. Like I feel compelled to talk about this because I see people like so negative about, dude, like, I get it, you don't like it, but it's not going to replace you. It's going to replace people that do not know how to use it. And that's like the biggest thing that I learned, because I took a couple of courses for work and whatnot. And I learned that that's what it is. It's just not going to replace you, but you need to use it if you want to keep your job. And that's pretty much what it is. Like, if you're a director, if you are a creator, and you insert that into your workflow, it's going to make you more effective. It's going to cut your costs down, and it's going to make you valuable for the production of the company, whoever you're working for. That's all I wanted to talk about. And that's it, because I know a lot of people do not like this one single bit, but I think it should be. I'm always of the mind of being objective about things, whether it's anything. It could be religion, politics, sports, whatever. I'm not gonna be like set in stone, like, no, I'm this, because nobody's one thing. And I think when you put yourself in a position where you say, no, that's bullshit, this is garbage, I hate it, then you're gonna miss out probably in opportunities that will come easy to you, who knows how to use some of these tools to begin with. Anyway, so let's get back to some of this stuff. I just wanted to give this little spiel because everybody has been doing this thing with AI ever since ChatGPT put out this the animation, the image generator. Let me see. Even Studio Ghibli, that's true, they complain about that because there were a lot of people just using creating Ghibli images. Okay, so let me close this out, and that's enough talk about AI. What are you guys talking about? My glorious king. Hey, what's going on? Stop it. Therapy Entertainment, what's going on? Good to see you here. Me wanting for AI to create my own comic book series that will have a Tom Welling special guest star towards the end, towards the end of the series in a movie series event. You can do that. Actually, you can do that. I saw I'm following this comic book creator, and he's using AI, and the way that he uses it, like, inbox me, and I link it to you, so that because he gives you like little pointers how to do it, like if you want to do comic books. Do you believe the casting of Jor-El? I don't. It looks like it is real. It looks like it is real. So I'm gonna say yes for now, because a lot of people knew. I didn't know, but apparently that was it was a real thing. I am doing a CinemaCon. Oh, I'm doing a CinemaCon coverage. It starts on the 31st. No, I'm gonna do it the Tuesday one, and at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna do a live stream, and just in case they release something, I know there's gotta be like a YouTube channel or a Twitter handle that's gonna be posting a reaction. And so anyway, so let's talk about this Avengers Doomsday. So this thing, let me start off. I'm gonna rant a little bit about this, because this thing took 6 hours. Let me say the positive things about this. This was a marketing genius, whoever did this. He kept the entire fandom, whether you're DC or Marvel, in a chokehold for 6 hours. I saw everybody that has a YouTube channel live streaming this thing and wouldn't stop streaming until the thing ended. They were taking bets. They were taking bets on who was going to be the next name, who was going to be the last name. Are they going to show somebody? Now they're going to reveal the suit of Dr. Doom. Like, this was a marketing. It was very, very smart on Marvel to do it this way. It stayed trending the entire day. The next day, people were still talking about it, whether it was in a positive or negative light. But it achieved exactly what they wanted to do with this, and it was to have people talking and reveal all the players. Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie. The whole thing is a minute and 48 seconds. Sebastian Stan, Letitia Wright. So I guess we're not getting a new Black Panther. Paul Rudd going back. Wyatt Russell. So we low budget Captain America. Tenoch Huerta Mejia. Namor. I missed that one. Simu Liu. Yes, I'm happy to see Simu Liu. Florence Pugh. I don't know. I don't see the appeal. Kelsey Grammer. I was excited about that. Louis Pullman. Yeah, I want to see what he does with his character. Danny Ramirez. Yeah. Falcon. Joseph Quinn. Yeah. Okay. David Harbour. Yeah. I don't like him. The fucking Winston Duke. Yeah. M'Baku is back. I missed that. Tom Hiddleston, of course. Patrick Stewart. That's a fucking surprise. They're gonna kill him again. Ian McKellen and Magneto's coming back. Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine. It's not Stamos anymore. James Madsen. I love James Madsen. He's in that series that I just told you about, Paradise. But I loved him. He had the in Amazon. He had I forgot the name of the like a reality TV show, which it was pretty good. It was really funny, and so I'm glad that because I think he was shafted on the first X-Men movie. Like, the only time that I seen Cyclops being a badass Cyclops like he's in the comics was in the X-Men 97. Like, he should have been that dude. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Channing Tatum going back. I like that Channing Tatum is going back. Pedro Pascal, of course. And Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Cool. This was lame. You cannot tell me this was not utter trash. Again, I already say all the positive things about it. I already say all the good things that I want to get out of the way. what's it? 6 hours for empty seats. I know. 6 hours, bro, just for name tags. That's fucking crazy. We are almost at the point where people can say we got Hollywood at home, bro. What did Marvel do? Let me see. But the loyal fans, let me see. But the loyal fans. I'm sorry, guys. But the loyalty of fans is what matters. Marvel isn't dying, but they are in state of I don't know. They are. I don't know. Listen, I already said if the Thunderbolts doesn't do good, I don't know. Thunderbolt is gonna fail. See that if the Thunderbolts don't they already have like 3 O's. Only real one seeing the Minecraft. How many times most profit? Listen, how many times most proof X die? I don't know. I guess 5 more times. Anyway, so yeah, we already talked about some of the. No, we're gonna break down every single rumor that was leaked on Reddit since they're already out there. But anyway, so I thought this whole thing for 6 hours, like I feel like this was a little bit too much. That's like the definition of doing too much. If you ask me, that was the definition of doing too much. Like you could have announced this entire squad in like a 20-minute video. Like I think when they did it at Comic-Con, they did it perfectly, even though people were like talking shit about it. But you saw the Russos coming out, you saw RDJ coming out, and it like they own Comic-Con. Like that could have been, they could have done something similar to that. But this whole thing for 6 hours just showed me the name, bro. Come on, bro. And the thing is, people are in denial about Marvel. I do not hate Marvel. I do not. Please believe me. I do not hate Marvel. I actually seen every single one of the movies. I still think Endgame and Infinity War are like I think the best CBM movies put together ever. But I don't think they're hitting like they used to. They don't have that sauce. They don't have the aura. The fucking word. They don't have the aura like they used to. They could come back. Trust me, Hollywood loves to come back. They can come back and be amazing again. They can make Marvel great again. They can. And but all this thing feels like when like No Way Home, like a Spider-Man No Way Home. It was a nostalgia bait. A lot of it, like I'm happy. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with nostalgia bait because I want to see the X-Men being part of the MCU. But I think this is just gonna be the swan song for Kevin Feige. He's gonna do these 2 movies and then he's just gonna say goodbye. But I don't think they're hitting like they used to. I think this whole thing was, in my personal opinion, I think it was stupid. I didn't think it needed to drag this long. And I don't think this will get people as excited as they make it out to be. Because I've seen a couple of people making videos and reacting. And I'm like, I think you're forcing it, dude. It was just a fucking name on a chair. Like we knew a lot of them were gonna be there. They're setting up, Secret Wars. So of course, everybody's gonna be there. So what? They're not gonna have Doomsday. They're not gonna have like a bunch of them in there. So like all this over the top excitement. I was like, you can miss me with that shit. But anyway, so yeah, I saw that it was okay, but I thought it was a little bit too much. And the thing is, like, people were crying. One thing that they were crying is that, they revealed the whole plot of the Thunderbolts because everybody survives. Like, we're dealing with, different timelines. We don't know if the Thunderbolts that we're gonna see in the movie, in the next movie, are the same Thunderbolts that we're gonna see. And then the way that the multiverse. That's why I hate this freaking saga. The way that the multiverse works is that those guys can be different characters played by the same actors and be the same characters but played by a different actor, but sometimes it's played by the same actor. Like that, to me, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so I don't think that whole reveal gave away anything about the Thunderbolts. I think people just are exaggerating, and I know that we're gonna they're not gonna show like the big reveals. And I know we're gonna get those also spoiled because that's the way that things are now. Nothing stays hidden under the sun, and people like to reveal shit just for clout. So RDJ went on his social media and said that's what you call the bench of talent. Actually, it's more like a row, but an extra long one. That must be it, right? And Marvel Studio responded, "There's always room for more," insinuating that there's more. So I think the core Avengers, or most of the core Avengers, are coming back. That's what I'm thinking. Let me see. Back here. Give me 1 second, guys. Where did I leave off? Let me make sure that I have this set up right. Okay. Bring back here. Okay. All right. All right. So what's next? That's the bench. Why did I make this? Dude, I made this thing. It took me almost an hour to put together, and I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. What is it? Dude, I keep saying with Secret Wars, I don't think the general audience that are non-comic book readers that know nothing about how it works are gonna be able to comprehend the amount of material. Bro, that is true. I don't know. You know what? I wouldn't say that. You know why? The only reason why I wouldn't say that is because there's a lot of people invested. There's a lot of people that have been following these films for years, and Marvel has acquired a huge following, which are invested on the TV shows and the films. Like my older son doesn't miss a show or a movie as bad as it might be, just because he doesn't want to feel left out when he sees something that it was supposed to pay off in a movie. So a lot of people do the same thing. So that's what's going on, man. Hey, look to see him up, brother. Fanboy Mario, what's going on, brother? So yeah, so a lot of people are invested. So I think the movie's gonna do fine, but it's just whatever. Anyway, so let's get into this. Let's get into some of this DC stuff. Let me see something. Give me 1 minute. No. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I closed it, didn't I? No. Oh, sorry. Let me bring this up. Okay. All right. So James House. I don't know how to pronounce this name. On lanterns, it doesn't like it's sci-fi magic, but it does. I guess they're talking about the lanterns. We got a little bit of news about the lanterns. So it doesn't like it's sci-fi magic, but it is done in a world where you accept there are things that you accepted that there are things.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
But it's done in a world where you accept that these things just are. They don't need to an extra sprinkle of sci-fi fairy dust. It works within the physical world that we have come to know. So yeah, like this is we already established this, that it's gonna be a grounded Green Lantern in a world that where superheroes exist and have existed for many years, and with that comes magic, space cops, kaijus, supervillains, and everything else in between. So yeah, that I don't know why this is news. Sorry. Oh, this came out this week. Bree Newells confirms that she's playing Batman villain White Rabbit in DC Studios Peacemaker Season 2. That's interesting. I thought she was supposed to be Indian in the comics, if I'm not mistaken. The Max series is set to premiere on August, so okay. I guess they're race bending her. I think, isn't she Italian? Correct me, Chad, if I'm wrong. I think she's either Indian or Italian, but I know she's not white in the comics. But she is super hot. She is super hot. Gotta get let me see, Anarchy. Gotta get hit bat nips ready for the DC news. Okay. yeah, she's hot. But yeah, I thought she was Indian in the comic books, if I'm not mistaken. So it's cool. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. All right. So you guys saw this little news that came out, this little report that came out this week from I think it was GQ magazine that put it out first. Well, Ben Affleck has said many times before that he's not interested in doing Batman anymore. He's growing out of the character. Will he do it for Zack Snyder if Zack Snyder knock on his door? I don't know, probably. But he's not. But when apparently he talked to James Gunn about doing something in the DCU, he said, "I'm not interested in that." I don't think he's interested in comic book films in general. I don't think it was something about what James Gunn is doing specifically. But he's not interested in that again. So he said, this is something that, let me see if I highlighted it. Okay. So this is something that he said, I'm not interested in going down that particular genre again, not because of not because of the bad experience, but just I lost interest in what was of interest about it to me. But I certainly wouldn't want to replicate that an experience like like that. A lot of it was misalignment of agendas, understanding expectation, and also, by the way, I wasn't bringing in anything particularly wonderful to that equation at that time either. So he wasn't, like actors, they do this thing where they're given a role, they study the role, and they try to bring something fresh, their own idea, their own take of these characters, and to see if the director gravitates towards that idea and implement it in the movie, because the director sees, oh, okay, that makes sense because the character blase, right? But he was not even invested to that degree where he was just showing up to work. He was just clocking in, clocking out, go home, have a drink, and good night, and come back the next day, watch, fold, and repeat. I had my own failings, significant failings in that process and at that time. So listen, he said this. He was very clear. I'm not interested in this. I'm done with this universe. I'm not coming back. Could he come back? Of course he can come back. But the amount of coping that I saw on social media over this, it's freaking crazy. Is she? I thought she was Indian. Oh, my bad. That was my mistake. So the amount of coping that I saw online from people saying, no, that was a Variety putting a hit piece because it's the week where that we're celebrating the anniversary of BVS. Like, they don't give a shit about. Like, I remember during the days of the Snyder Cut when stuff would come out, like they were deliberately put out there on purpose just to deter people from fighting for the cut. I remember those days. Those things did happen. But now when there's like that universe is dead and gone, they couldn't give a fuck about that. They couldn't care less. So when I hear people saying, well, they're just putting that out because they want us to give up the fight. We want the Ben Affleck. Like this, like the dissonance in some of these people is fucking crazy. It's borderline insane. It's insanity because they just go other way to say, no, you know what? Ben Affleck put this piece out saying, I don't have any interest. I don't have any desire to come back. I don't think that's my lane anymore. It's time for somebody else to do it, whatever. And then somebody from that little crazy sector comes and says, okay, that's cool, bro, but make the Ben Affleck movie, the Batman Ben Affleck movie, whatever the fuck the name of the hashtag. Like, really? Really? Yo, these people are freaking unhinged, and they don't give a shit about the actor. They don't care about Zack Snyder. They don't care about Ben Affleck. They don't care about their mental health. They don't care that they're doing something else. They don't care that he started his own production company with his best friend, that he's making money with that company, employing a lot of people, and that he's doing something that he's passionate about, that he's going overseas to watch Christopher Nolan, how he directs his Odyssey movie, to see he can learn something from him. He's always working on his craft. They don't care that this man is investing his time on his passion, on the things that he loves. No, I want you to put the cape and cowl, and be Batman again. Make it make fucking sense. They don't care about Zack Snyder or what he's doing or what movie he's gonna be working on. No, what they want to do is bitch and complain about this universe, restore this universe that's never gonna come back. So continue to bitch about and constantly, this is the things that, like, it's annoying, constantly do this dick measuring thing about any director, specifically James Gunn. Well, Zack Snyder would have done that. Zack Snyder would have done this. Zack Snyder would have placed it this way. Zack Snyder, shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody gives a shit. That shit is gone. You don't give a shit about him. If you did, just like move on and appreciate the work that he's investing his time now. He's working. Well, Zack Snyder right now is working on the 300 prequel. Do we know anything about that? Because we did a lot of digging about the Snyder Cut, but you're not putting the same work to find out what he's working on right now. Like, are you really putting in the work to find out what he's working on, so that way you can promote it, create a hashtag, put some people behind it, create a community to push that show forward and show him support? Have you done that? No, because you don't give a shit about the actor. You don't give a shit about the director. You are an entitled piece of shit who wants what you want. That's it, pretty much, right? That's how it works. Look what happened to David Ayer. David Ayer. One day he just wanted to show support for another creator. The people that are part of the Release the Ayer cut turned on him. Death threats, like they were threatening him. Like what the fuck is going on? Ever since then, he's like, nah, you could miss me with that shit. I'm not fucking quote tweeting you guys and doing your stupid campaign. It's fucking crazy. So it's insane. It's total. Everybody that does that shit, you need to get a fucking life. It's not. And every time I hear somebody say, well, they're not harming anything, you are motherfucking enabling. Every time I hear somebody, they're not hurting anybody by asking for it, you are a fucking enabler. Because this is the type of mentality that keeps this fucking shit out there. It's not necessary. It's not coming back. And it's hurting because it's creating, it's galvanizing other fucking crazy people to get behind this stupid idea that's never gonna happen. Anyway, so yeah, I went off the rails there a little bit. So yeah, that's all I wanted to just spit out there, because I was annoyed with all that back and forth that I saw on social media about Ben Affleck, and like, Ben Affleck is happy, man. Ben Affleck, dude, is like, he went through the ringer during that production. That dude went through a divorce, was dealing with alcoholism. He's still a recovering alcoholic, because once you are an alcoholic, or a drug addict, you're a drug addict or alcoholic for life. You are struggling with that for the rest of your life. So you're not even taking that into consideration, that he's dealing with those demons, because you want your fucking movie. Does that make it any? You don't give a shit about him. You don't give a shit about it. You are an entitled piece of shit. Every single one of you. You can come at me, make a video, or even ask me to come into your fucking live stream. I will fucking debate you. Anyway, the accountant too. Yes, thank you, Cal. You got one of this. You got the accountant too. I want to see how many people are creating a hashtag or a fan event for the accountant too. How many people are doing a fan event for the new movie that Ayer put out with Chichilios? What's his name? I saw The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper was really good. The Working Man. How many people have fucking, I think it was David who said this. How many people have used a hashtag for the beekeeper together with a piece of shit hashtag restore the Ayer cut or whatever? No one. They don't give a shit about David Ayer. They don't care about that. They just entitled. They just think they want to. They think that they want this win so bad, and they think they're gonna get it. They're not. They're not gonna get it. 2 divorces. That dude married a hot ass piece of ass like J-Lo and lost it at the same time, bro. That man has exercised his demon. Let him have his peace. Let him work with his friend. Let him work on the movies that he's passionate about. Let him employ people so that he can make changes, because he's not pro AI, but he understands the positive things that he can implement so that can benefit his company using AI. I just wanted to throw that out there. Sorry. But look, I'm just happy for Ben Affleck. I'm happy that he's in a good space, that he's working on things that he loves, that he's passionate about, that you can like every time I saw this man, it was with a face of discontent. Like, oh my God, I'm so fucking miserable right now. Like, I don't remember. My dad used to, I forgot what is it that I used to say? Like, you could have the baddest bitch. This is a motherfucker that's tired of that bitch. And I'm like, yo, and I was thinking, like, yo, you smashing J-Lo. Why you look so upset? You're a millionaire. You know, you're famous. What else do you want? But that shit is like meaningless when you're not happy, when you're not doing what you love. Right now, he's doing what he loves. And he's like, his demeanor is different. When he talks, it's different. Like, there's a little bit of a pepper on his step when you see him on camera. He's a different man today. And you want him to go back to that shit? You don't give a fuck about him. Fuck out of here, bro. That's why I cannot rock with nobody with it. You can miss me with all those fucking hashtags. Yeah, motherfucker could die a miserable death. Not physical. You know what I'm talking about. I don't wish death on nobody. Anyway, so all right, so let's get into the Superman talk. Yes, there's a lot of Superman to cover. There's a lot of Superman things to cover, and this was revealed early this week. We got some emojis for Superman movie and Clark Kent, so we're gonna get more Clark Kent on the next trailer. That's what I'm assuming, because we got a Clark Kent hashtag. Not yet. We're not getting into spoiler territory yet. There you go. Yeah, man. Ben Affleck deserves to be happy. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, so we're getting some stuff. There was this was revealed also that from the Thailand IMAX major cinemaplex in Thailand is teasing an IMAX showing of Minecraft that will include a 5-minute exclusive clip of Superman. If this is true, which I think it is, I don't think that's I'm sorry. Did I bring water? Yeah, I did. Sorry, guys. So I think this is true, but I don't think it's gonna be 5 minutes of footage. I think it's gonna be a trailer followed by something similar. I said that on a chat. I think it's last chat. I think it's gonna be something similar to what they did with the last Mission Impossible movie, where they had a 5-minute clip, but within that 5 minutes, it was like behind the scenes, some stuff with the actors, the director talking, some stunts taking place, and sort of a mini behind the scenes. And then they went into the trailer, and the whole thing amassed a 5-minute clip. So I think that's pretty much what we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get the trailer, and I don't think, and I could be wrong. I'm gonna be covering on Tuesday CinemaCon. I hope they drop some clips, they drop a trailer or something. We'll go break it down. So make sure to subscribe for that. But I think if they are really doing this to push some much needed help for the Minecraft movie, I don't think we're gonna see the trailer until Friday. late in the day, because I think it would the point is, I think the point of this is to help the Minecraft movie get more people into the seats to see the trailer and the 5-minute clip, whatever it is. I don't think they're gonna show like a long clip, but a lot of people will go to see that, because I remember when BBS was coming out, they had a 5-minute clip. That was when I started working in that company, on the company that I work at now. There's a IMAX movie theaters like 5 minutes away from my office, and I remember that that I went just to see that 5-minute clip that Zack Snyder put out there. It was like a little blink and you miss it action piece between Superman and Batman. But it was mostly just Zack Snyder thanking the fans for watching the movie. Please don't spoil it to anybody. Don't reveal it. Whatever, what you're supposed to do when you put out those little clips. So the whole thing was like about 5 minutes. So probably it's gonna be the exact same thing, but you have to go and watch that movie. I don't even remember the movie. I just remember that I went, paid that ticket just to see that clip, and then I went home right after that. But so I can imagine that that's what's going to happen too. I think that this is what's going to happen. It's going to be just a clip, some behind the scenes, some the director talking about the film, probably the interviewing the actors, an action piece taking place behind the scene, and then the trailer will kick in. I don't know. I wonder what they're going to have in the trailer. All right. So spoiler alert. Let me spoiler alert. I'm going to talk spoiler. I know there's like 3 of you in the chat. No, I don't know. How many of you guys? Let me see. Yes. Awesome. 10 people. I thought still have fun. Anyway, so let's talk about this. Because oh yeah, man, shout out to yes, my heart goes out to Thailand, man. They had a bad earthquake. Hundreds of people probably perished in that earthquake. My heart goes out, prayers to all my friends in Thailand. Anyway, yeah, man. I started thinking about that. So we're gonna talk a spoiler. This is all coming from the Reddit post on DCU leaks. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I'm forewarning you. This is the time for you to step away. You can come back in a couple of minutes, or you can catch me on the replay or catch me on the next live stream. But anyway, so let's get into this. Let's go over this. All right. Let me see. Before I begin, let me check the poll, because I put a poll. 27 votes. 27 of you, 56% of you believe that it's okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Where did it go? I had a poll and it disappeared. Yeah, it disappeared. But anyway, 56% of more than half of you believe the the stuff that was spoiled today. Superman will return in Avengers Doomsday. Shut up, bro. Spoiler Anarchy didn't shave. Yo, no, I never share my beer. Why? I'm ugly under this thing. I would never share my beer. I could take off my hat, show my baldy, but my beard I would never. I'm too pretty with my beard. Anyway, so all right, let's get into this. So this is from DCU leaks. This is some information from the screeners, and they said that the film is not a comedy, but they have fun moments in it. Characters aren't who people think they are. Online speculation is they're wrong. I don't like that shit is so vague. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Giancarlo Esposito, he wants to be Brainiac. No, he wants to be Mr. Freeze in the next Batman movie. I don't know about that. Ever since he played what's the name? Pollos Locos. I forgot the name of the character. But ever since he played that character, he always been like the villain in every single movie. Like that dude, like he just like blaze past what's the name? The Captain America movie that he's like, yeah, I'm already done with that shit. Let me try to get a job over here at DC. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm honestly, Giancarlo Esposito. What character would be good for him? Let me think about that. I think it's a character that James Gunn is gonna use in this universe. I think he's gonna be the Spectre, but I can be wrong. But I think he will be good as the Spectre. Anyway, so let's go over this list. This is a long list of nonsensical leaks that were part of the supposedly part of the screening. So here we go. So let's go over this list. Again, take this with a grain of salt. I don't believe none of this shit, but it's out there and people are talking about it. So let's talk. I thought it would be fun to talk about it too. So let's see. Oh, that is true. Ooh, John Wick. Yeah, I like that. That's true. That is true. Okay, the film wasn't a comedy. Okay, we went over that. Characters aren't who people think they are. Okay, so we're gonna get some surprises there. Most of the trailer scenes are from early in the film, so whatever we saw in the first trailer is from early in the film. Okay, that's fine. Most of the trailer scenes, I already said that. Crypto plays an important role, but it felt a little tacked in. Why? Because he rescues him. I know there's behind the scenes where we see Mr. Terrific playing with him, try to tell him to fly away somewhere. So I guess that's that part there. But I feel tacked in. That part felt artificial. So okay, let me. There is no other credit. There's no after credit scene. Why would they put an after credit scene in a screener? That makes no freaking sense. Listen, okay. Rick Flag Sr. is in the film, and he plays a rather short role. There are no nods to the Creature Commandos. The source, maybe somebody who's not like don't know the deep cuts. Probably somebody who knows the deep cuts. They would be like, let me see. There was a nod to Amanda Waller, though. Oh, there was a nod to Amanda Waller, though it wasn't an audience wink. Thought it was an audience wink, and it's a blink and you miss it. Oh, God. Anyway, let me see. The source impression. What the hell does this mean? Okay, the source impressions were that the film is good from a person who doesn't follow DC film. Yeah, see, that's what the film needs to do. That's what the film needs to do. Impressions were that the film is good for a person who doesn't follow DC films, because the general audience need to watch this film and feel satisfied that they watch a good movie. That's it. Like all that stuff, like taking big swings with characters and deep cuts, he can do it later on. He needs to establish this universe and bring in the general audience to watch this film. Los Mrs. Okay. Their source, Los Mrs. Mesos, though, so they could not be biased. What? Okay, the person loved Mr. Maisel. Okay. Nicholas Hoult was good as Lex Luthor, but he overacts a bit. That's, I don't know if that, oh God, I hope he doesn't. One of the things that I hated about BVS Lex Luthor is that over the top, high pitch crying little boy. I don't like that. I like that Smallville type of. I don't understand. No, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna believe this. I gotta watch it because he's taking inspiration from Superman, from Lex Luthor, Man of Steel. Lex Luthor, Man of Steel is not a whiny bitch. He is that dude. Like he is that dude. So I don't think that's what it is. Okay, so Lex Luthor, but he overreacts a bit. He does angers very well, but he was a bit much in other scenes. He does anger very well, but he was a bit much in other scenes. Yeah, that's what he does. He's angry. He's angry all the time. Like if you read that comic book, I did a video in this show that was drawn by Lee Bermejo, and that was like the ugliest Superman that you could ever read. Lex Luthor, Man of Steel is the ugliest Superman, and the reason why is because that's how Lex Luthor sees Superman, and he's always angry every time the mere mention of him, like it makes his screen crawl. So I understand that. So I think probably that's what it is. Some of the effects don't work super well, but that's a rough. That's a rough. Though the source knows if it was an early cut or the scene cut of if.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yeah. Some of the effects don't work super well, though the source doesn't know if it was an early cut of the scene at the ice place where a little rough. So the Fortress of Solitude, the CGI probably is not finished. But damn, man, that movie was finished a year ago, and the CGI is still rough. Not good. That's not good. Yeah, it's not a whiskey. It's not hitting me yet. Inbox me on Twitter, or leave a comment in the comment section. I'll send you the link to the video. So let me see some of the effects. Some of the effects with the big monster. I'm assuming she's talking about the kaiju. Okay, so it's a female. Oh man, women don't know shit. Now, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Some of the effects were with a big monster. I'm assuming she's talking about the kaiju. Were rough, and the source. Though what keeps saying, you don't know how to use however. though his face look a little bit goofy. I don't know. I think that this feels like it was from the movie. I don't know. I think the CGI, it's just the CGI that is not finished. The source said that that it had a lot of characters, but didn't feel like they took away from the main plot. Ooh. Oh. I hope that one is true. Listen, again, I do not know if this is true, if any of these things are real, if they are factual, but I hope specifically this one. The source said it had a lot of characters, but didn't feel like they took away from the main plot, which is interesting because I heard something else about the plot. So see, this is why it's hard for me to believe this and believe the scoopers, because scoopers are saying something very trivial, very troublesome about the plot, the way that the movie plays. So I'm like, which is it? Is it a plot-driven story, or is it that thing that people are talking about on social media? So this is why I'm like very concerned or very iffy about believing all these scoopers. So yeah. So the screen, and this again, look, the same thing. Daniel Arpiquez said Daniel Arpiquez said Superman had a test screening, and from what I heard, people are loving it. A couple of weeks ago, the same thing John Campia said. The douchebag, what's his name, said the total opposite. Do I believe any of them? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just like trying to be. One thing is I want to keep my my feelings on check as far as the movie, because if I get overhyped and then doesn't live up to the hype, then I'm gonna feel like I didn't enjoy the movie as much. So, and then you have this guy, Bjorn, beware the hyperbolic test screening reactions. So this is the war of the scoopers. And listen, screenings can be, doesn't mean shit. They don't mean anything. And let me prove my case. This is the same people. I don't have the viewer now. I had a viewer now one, but I lost it. Where they talked about another movie. But this is not Luis Fernando. He posted it, but it was something that Patty Jenkins said. Patty Jenkins confirmed that she has screened an early version of Wonder Woman 84. And apparently the final result is good. She regrets fighting to convince Warner Brothers to push the release date back to June from 2020. She jokes about kind of waiting until November, whatever. So that's a screener that supposedly went well, right? Trash. Justice League test screening reportedly scored close to Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman. This is Justice League, the one that was butchered. The Flash is receiving some of the highest score of the test screening since Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. Actually, this is the one that takes the cake. Daniel RPK again. I actually heard Madam Web and Craven are decent and test well. Sorry. Then I messed up my short. I was gonna do a short with this shit. I actually heard Madam Web and Craven are decent and
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Okay. Actually, I heard Madam Web and Craven are decent and tested well, but obviously we can be sure unless movies out and we see it for ourselves. But the trailer for Madam Web actually looks good. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Do not. This is why I'm standing in the middle. I do not believe any of the stuff that's going, like the stuff that was revealed about who's playing Jor-El. Yeah, that seems to be true. But about the screening, because it's a subjective thing. This is such a subjective thing where one group can say yes, it's amazing, another person can say it's trash, because it's just the way it is, right? So we won't know until actually we go see the film and we know how it is. And the thing is, listen, for whatever reason, comic books films are not hitting like they used to. People are like, there is a real issue with CBMs. So this is why it gave me hope when I saw that the general audience, that the movie will resonate with the general audience. Because you don't have to be invested in DC in order to enjoy the film, because that's what you need to do. You need to make a film for them, for the general audience. You cannot say, okay, I'm gonna make this film and I'm gonna adhere to every single little thing and play homage to the character and take all the things that is the embody, like the main core things associated with the characters. Yes, sure, have them in there. Superman, a symbol for good, rescuing people, doesn't kill anybody, believes in justice and the American way, or whatever it is that they want to call it, say this on this climate. So like all those things you don't want to change, but you can tell a story that is good for the general audience, but that is familiar enough for us, the nerdies, the sweaties, to enjoy the film. So that gives me a lot of hope to hear that they are more preoccupied with how the general audience is going to respond to this film than us sweaties. What are you saying? Okay, let me revert back to some of your chat. Sam Jackson is Godhead. I don't know what you're talking about. Cancel what? What Why do I have to do to get the link? Oh, I already told you. Sorry, I already said it. RPK seems to be in the know in some ways. You know what? The only thing that I'm gonna say this: RPK is a notorious DC hater. So for him to say something positive, it was a little bit surprising. It was a little bit surprising. Nose powder is bad for your kids. What? No, using nose powder. I don't use that. Nose powder? What? Okay. Yep, I work in comics, in comic book store for years, but had to be welcoming in exactly. You cannot be gatekeeping, especially like if you want these movies to be successful. If you want these movies to be successful, you cannot be gatekeeping. You cannot just make it for us. You have to make it for the general audience. And I think that's why they put in crypto in there. You know, having a cute dog, it will bring families together into the movie theaters. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I just want this movie to start off right, to be successful, so this universe can continue. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna start doing AI related content. No, I'm just joking. I'm just fucking with you guys. Let me see. What time is it? Holy crap, I've been here for an hour and a half already. Time does flies by when you're having fun. Let me see. Has anything broken? Let me see. Just checking my Twitter feed. Give me 1 second, guys. Why I'm getting so much wrestling? A lot of my followers, or the people that I follow, watch a lot of wrestling. I didn't notice that until, let me see. And a lot of you watch a lot of porn too, because you like to repost a lot of shit. Corn. I shouldn't say that word. What is this? Mike Farland toys. Okay. Okay. Nothing big. Let me see. What's this? Avengers. How many characters will appear in the Superman movie? Will we ever? That's already revealed. Let me see. Let me see. Put this over here. Let me see. It's reportedly a massive surprise cameo. Okay, we already talked about that. There's not a lot of. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night here, guys. Listen, thank you for hanging out with me this entire hour. I appreciate every single one of you. Cal, main man, fan. Ooh, we have the main man here. Good to see you here. Oh wait, let me make sure that I got this queued up perfectly for that. Okay, guys, make sure to hit like, subscribe, share this content with everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me this entire time. It was really fun. Stop it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Cheers. Hopefully every single one of you have a wonderful weekend. Have a good night. Enjoy this weekend. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Make sure to come back next week. On Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a live stream. So make sure that if you're not a subscriber, turn on your alert and subscribe to the channels. Backwards. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your alerts, so that way you get alerted when I go live on Tuesday. So because we're gonna do a little, we're gonna cover everything related to the CinemaCon, and hopefully we get a couple of little reveals from that event. So I want you guys to hang out with me and we can break stuff down. So thank you for watching, Mario. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, Cal. Thank you. Therapy Entertainment. Thank you for hanging out. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.